Hi, I'm Chef Doug Fee, and welcome to another episode of Dish It Out here from the beautiful campus of Mercer County Community College, where I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Chef Frank Benowitz.
Thank you very much, and we are delighted to bring to you a good friend of mine, special guest chef today, Chef Mike Scipione, coming to us all the way from Philadelphia.
My pleasure to be here. Couldn't wait to get here. I am Philadelphia's health guru, health and fitness guru, and I'm going to come up with a dish today that we're going to combine three South Philadelphia favorites. Broccoli rabe and white beans, a spicy crab pomodoro done with a soft shell crab, and also micro-diced bruschetta to finish it off with. And one other thing we're going to do is we're going to add some spicy turkey sausage to a broccoli rabe. Nice three traditional dishes.
Outstanding.
Combine it all into one.
All that and more coming up on Dish It Out. Stick around. You're going to like what you see.
So Chef Scipione, or as Alton Brown referred to on Cutthroat Kitchen, Scipione, where he kept getting the E there. But
They all did. Everyone pronounced my name a little different.
now you told us what you're going to prepare for us today, and I understand that this is your famous 24-hour ravioli.
Yeah, it takes an hour of ravioli.
24-hour ravioli?
Yeah, it's 1 hour per ravioli for a dozen. Yep, exactly.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
So it takes you all day to
The
make it.
sauce brews and the filling. Yeah, that's
I don't think we have that much time.
All right, we're ready to get right to it. You're going to start with a hot pan.
The hot pan.
And we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. What I'm starting with first is the actual stuffing for the ravioli.
You're very serious today, too.
I am. I love it.
When it comes to food, it's serious.
I take this very serious. We're going to go right here. We're going to start with what a lot of people like to do is always some kind of pork sausage with seafood. Me being a healthy private chef, I'm going to start with a turkey sausage.
Some beautiful turkey sausage.
Thank you.
Did you grow the turkeys yourself?
Yes, I did.
You raised them?
Taste them around, but the necks.
What's our turkey sausage seasoned with?
Just a little bit of fennel. And we're going to add some nice flavoring to it. It's actually a spicy one, so you got some crushed red in there and a little bit of cayenne. I'm okay. Got some crushed red, a little bit of cayenne. I'm going to add a little bit more. I like it, since we're going to use broccoli rabe here with the bitter, we're going to make this a little spicier to kind of balance it out. I don't like actually doing any salt in the very beginning because the salt that's already in the sausage. I try to cut back as much as possible. So when that's starting to brown, we're going to come over to this side and we're going to start the crab pomodoro.
Would you like me to keep an eye on this for you, Chef?
Yeah, please. You can just chop it and smash it as you go.
I will do that.
Okay, so what we're going to do here are another 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And this is a typical, traditional South Philadelphia Italian dish.
I almost broke into the Fresh Pimp song there. Born and raised.
Crabs and spaghetti. Normally they're done with the blue crab. We're going to do it with soft shell.
Nice.
And the reason I chose soft shell, it could be a little more elegant. Instead of putting a bib on and breaking crab legs, get it to crab meat.
Exactly.
Nice, easy, nice way to get to this. It's a nice meal.
Yeah, you're not making me work for it. I like that.
Exactly. Pass me the time, sir. If you don't mind. Chefy. Thank you, Chefy.
No, I'm Chefy.
Once again, the introduction. Chef B, Chef Frank. Now, I've worked with you several times, many times, more times than I'd like to even admit to.
Me too.
And one of the things that I personally gained from you is the angle of having food that looks, smells, and tastes good, like I'm always used to doing myself, but you always put the healthiness in the forefront as well as the flavor of the food.
Exactly.
And it looks like the flavors you're putting together today have that same theme in mind, right?
Let's hope it goes that way. Next thing we're going to do here, I'm going to smash down 1 clove of garlic, and this is going to go into the pomodoro. And what I like to do, I like to make a paste. I don't actually like to crunch down on my garlic, so I'm going to make a paste out of it.
Now, can you tell us while you're doing that if you can walk?
I want it to melt into the sauce. Is what I wanted to do.
I don't care about that. What I was going to ask you was about some of your TV work that you've done.
Ask away.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yes, you are.
Wonderful. So I know Cutthroat Kitchen we mentioned, and everyone got a good laugh when you did the gluten-free cheesesteak.
Exactly.
But I know you've been on some other things. What was it, Redneck Wedding Vacation or something?
My big redneck vacation. We did a restaurant stakeout.
Restaurant stakeout?
Yep. What we're going to do now, start to smash that down really fine.
So you won't let me ask you about your television stuff?
Yeah, but I want to get this going here, and then we can talk. We're going to do one finely diced shallot. Right in with it.
Where's the finely diced one?
I'm going to show you.
Where's the finely diced one?
They're in there.
Are you pulverizing it?
That is what he said.
All right, well, I'm to it.
All the way done.
You want to cook too, right?
Yes. And we're going to add the broccoli rabe on top of it. Put the heat up a little bit. All right, our crabs are starting to brown. You're going to go right over with them.
Indeed.
Nice
Very
little caramelization on them.
Oh.
And this is going to be a great little crab stock that we're going to turn this into.
See, I think crab are more of a Jersey thing than a Philly thing, right?
It is, but it is very big in South Philadelphia. There's crab nights, crab and spaghetti nights, just about every bar that you can get in the summertime in South Philadelphia.
Really?
Yep.
And when they do that, do they say they got their crabs in New Jersey?
Exactly. I guess so. Maybe Maryland. Depends where they bring them in from. All right, so now we're going to go back in with this garlic here. Thank you.
You get abrasive with it?
Yep. And that salt broke it right down into a paste. So it's going to go right in.
Don't have to bite into any bitter garlic at
Now
all.
what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go right in with 1 cup of white wine.
Now, is there any particular dry, sweet, doesn't matter?
I like using a Pinot Grigio pretty much for everything. I don't like it too sweet.
Does that include the glass you have in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay.
Always. Always. You're never going to cook with something you wouldn't drink. Let's get that out of the way.
Okay.
That's so true.
Add here, add here. Next thing we're going to do, add a little bit of white balsamic vinegar.
And what's the white balsamic going to do?
The white balsamic, it's going to bring a little bit of sweetness with the heat, with the sausage, and also it's going to bring a little acid to the dish.
Okay.
So just about 2 tablespoons is all you want to do. That's going to help cancel out the bitter as well with the broccoli rabe.
Okay.
Once we get there.
Is that one of your secrets with the broccoli rabe as far as
Definitely.
that bitterness?
Definitely, yep. So we're going to let that cook out a little bit. We're going to bring this up to a high flame. And while that's cooking down,
I hate to say it in front of Frank, but this smells good.
Ah,
do here.
you know what it means? It means everyone out there, try to find that knob or write to your local congressman. We need smell-o-vision.
excuse me.
So see, Chef, there's some places I just wish I didn't go, but I have to talk. It smells great.
Smell-o-vision
Already.
time, right? Now this is the Sunday gravy.
This is not the Sunday gravy.
This is not the Sunday.
This is my take on the
It's the
Sunday
Tuesday gravy.
This is the sausage and broccoli rabe stuffing that we're going to use for inside the ravioli.
Oh no, I meant the sauce itself.
That is typical Sunday gravy.
That's exactly.
This is basil pomodoro.
Very nice.
That's really all it is in here. It's already seasoned. That's why I didn't go back in here with any more seasoning besides the garlic. Okay. So we're going to let this dissipate a little bit more.
So obviously it is true you can eat healthy and still enjoy your.
Oh, you're definitely going to get flavor. This meal's going to pop. So if you want to pass me those 3, what I'm going to do now is make my little spatula over there to get these out of here. I'm going to make a dressing.
Yes, dressing is required on this show.
2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I like to balance it out. 2 tablespoons of honey. And about 2.5 tablespoons of red wine vinegar.
Very good.
Thank you. And if you don't mind passing me a whisk. Thank you. And then we're just going to drizzle in, as we whisk, some olive oil.
2 tablespoons?
Yeah, about so. Yep. I'd like to.
The time you picked up the bottle, that's what's gone into everything so far. 2
Yeah,
tablespoons.
pretty much. Maybe a little less. I don't really like to use too much oil in my dressings. And then also just some salt and pepper.
Now a lot of people think olive oil is a much healthier oil, but too much of anything can be bad.
Too much of anything could be bad. Yep. But olive oil, being a monounsaturated fat, it's heart healthy, and it is actually going to help lower cholesterol. You know, Sardinians basically live on pecorino cheese, which I'm going to get into, the base of pecorino cheese, and olive oil. Their average age is like 110 years old or something like that in Sardinia. So
The people, not the pecorino.
the people, not the pecorino, exactly. Can you take that for me? Thank you, sir. And now we're going to go right in here with our broccoli rabe.
Maybe you'll actually get some in the pan itself.
Yeah, it helps.
Now you loaded that up because that's going to cook down pretty nice.
Oh, it's going to cook all the way down. Yep. So you can let that kind of steam a little bit. And what I'm going to do now, we'll pass me that microplane.
Keep saying microplane, micro dice. It brings back memories of.
And here's what we're going to do. We're going to add some lemon zest in here to give it a nice little lift and brighten the whole dish up. That's another one of my secrets. And we're going to squeeze some lemon juice in at the end as well.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want to mention that before, but since you brought it to the forefront for our audience, you told me that tip a while ago for cholesterol as far as citrus zest.
And I was hoping you were going to remember that because I was going to go into that. Natural pectin in lemon zest will work for lowering cholesterol as well as any statin drug that's out there on the market. All the healing is in the skin, in the rind. Want to flip that for me a little bit?
Sure.
Around.
So if you tell someone to go suck a lemon, you have their best health and interest,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, he told me that a while ago.
That wine smells.
What, to go suck a lemon?
there?
Yeah, to go suck a lemon. No, he just told me the citrus zest, and he told me some of the like garam masala and some of the different spices you find in Northern Asia and India. And my cholesterol has gone down.
The healing powers for those are amazing.
He actually knows what he's talking about, I have to tell you firsthand.
Well, I assumed when you invited him on the show that was a given.
Absolutely.
I'll take that.
You can take that. And then you could pass me also is
to shine his head.
there's some clam stock on that little,
Yes,
little
indeed.
burner right there.
Right? That is lucky, isn't it?
There you go. I want this right in here.
Right in here. We're going to do another 8 to 12 ounces of a seafood stock, and it's really going to bring some depth.
Now you reduced that wine to by about half before we added the
As
tomato
soon as
sauce?
that smell dissipates, I let it go. It's when I start adding the sauce in.
Oh, those crabs are drowning in there. Where are they at?
Yes, they are.
Hello?
That's where all the flavor's going to
I told you brought 4 crabs. I thought those were the honeymooners, right?
Yep.
Was it Ralph, Alice, and who was it?
You're showing,
Norton.
you're showing your age now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then what we're going to do next, we're back to the dressing again. We're going to bring in here, which I have a small dice of just cucumber.
It's not a micro dice?
No, it's a small dice. You can stop.
You know, you're in pretty good shape there. If you need to throw an elbow every now and again, you know, feel
Small
free.
dice of 1 medium cucumber seeded, as well as the tomatoes seeded with 2 tomatoes, a chiffonade, about 4 or 5 leaves of basil, and 1/2 a shallot. And that's just going to go right.
What is chiffonade?
Chiffonade. Isn't that the
Chiffonade
person
is
who
what?
drove you to the studio today?
Yes. How did you know that?
That's
How
a
did you guess that
chiffonade.
name?
It's the ribbon cut, right?
And this is just going to sit on the side and marinate. We're going to use this for the
Me or
topping of
the-
the ravioli.
the vegetable?
You can go sit on the side too. You're going to see right over there.
I will marinate on the side.
Let's just let
You know, I actually should stop teasing you a little bit. You take it in good sport. You're always a great guy, and I enjoy spending time with you. But one of the things that I also have to worry about is you spend every day at the gym. What do you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I'm in the gym by 5 a.m. training clients.
And speaking of which, you also do food for clients as well.
Yes,
don't
I
you?
do. I have a prepackaged healthy meal service, and it actually started in my gym. Right back to this real quick. I'm adding in just some claw meat. It's going to add more flavor to this. No need to do a lump or a jumbo lump crab meat, something like this. It's only going to fall apart. What you really want out of it is flavor, and this is where you're going to get it. If you do want to use it, a lot more money.
Yeah.
And if you do want to, you know, do that at the end, you could always plate some of that over the top as well. So we're pretty much just going to let this go right now.
This food looks so great. I'm very interested to see later how you plate up and what size portion you're allowing me to have while I'm still able to stay healthy.
The good thing is I'm not actually going to make our own dough today. What we're going to do is use wonton wrappers, and a
Because we
wonton
don't have
wrapper.
24 hours.
No, we definitely don't. So what's going to happen with the wonton wrapper? You're really going to cut your carbohydrates back. You're 3.5 grams of wrapper. I'm going to fold them into a triangle. So you're really going to cut your carbohydrate and calorie intake down with something like this.
Excellent.
All right.
See, Chef and I used those before. We
There you
didn't
go.
even realize
Exactly.
Yep.
that. We just thought it was
So
more
now
convenient.
we're going to zest 1 more lemon.
I noticed you've been keeping this at a full boil. Are we trying to reduce this down and get a little
Yeah, just a
thicker,
little
or-
bit. I want it to get a little thicker, and then we're going to bring it down.
And of course, when you zest, you want to get only the yellow You don't want to get that white pith underneath. It's all bitter and nasty.
I missed that part when you said thicker. Were you talking about your head of hair? Or?
Yes. I use the lemon zest too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I reduce, a little bit more.
And you are very liberal when you use that citrus zest.
Yes. Well, with the size pot, definitely. When you use a whole lemon.
But as you said, you get that flavor as well as the health benefits.
That's what the flavor is. Yep. It's the lemon flavor without the bitterness.
As long as you don't get that white part, you said, right?
Yep. Now we're just going to let that go for a little bit. Once it comes to boil, then we're going to drop it down to a simmer.
How much longer on your sausage? On your sausage.
Now we're going to go right here.
Am I saying it right?
We're going to do about half a cup of the white beans.
And what type of beans are these? Cannellini?
They are cannellini beans.
Okay.
Very low in carbohydrate, and the reason I added them in just now is because that's going to be the glue to hold this together. Instead of using an egg or add an extra calories, they're a very low non-impact carbohydrate, and that's really what you want.
Is that some of that fresh squeezed lemon?
Yep. We have a trash can?
Right here.
And you had mentioned, I know you told me personally, beans, because I was doing the garbanzo beans, the chickpeas.
Very low impact, yep.
So those are very good.
Yep, very good for low in cholesterol. And no impact on your blood sugar.
Yeah,
which is even better. All right, so this is just going to sit a little bit. Right. This is going to have to go into the food processor another minute or so. I think we're about ready.
Cool.
Ready to start plating it up.
All right, as soon as this is ready, we're going to throw it in the food processor. How fine are we going to make that in the processor?
You want to make it do like a nice little paste. You can stuff it in. You want to totally puree it, maybe a little bit chunky, something you can either spoon out or actually use a little piping bag. I'm going to use the spoon today. I don't want to use a piping bag.
Right, you don't have that many to make. Beautiful. We're going to take that up right after this, so stay tuned for more Dish It Out.
Experience exciting new flavors at the Culinary Center at Mercer. Learn from top chefs in the industry. Gain hands-on experience in our state-of-the-art kitchens. Acquire the knowledge and skills necessary for a successful career in the culinary arts. To learn more, call the number on your screen, the Culinary School at Mercer. We have the recipe for your success.
All right, next up we get to start to fill some raviolis here.
Yeah, we're going to finish seasoning up the sauce right here. I'm going to add about a pinch or so.
That was salt,
Just
a little red
out.
pepper.
A little salt, a little crushed red. I like this spicy. We're not going to use too much of it as far as sauce, so I want to get some heat here to kind of balance everything out. The next thing I'm going to do is finish out the stuffing here. We pureed it all down in the food processor. And the last thing I'm going to add is some pecorino cheese. And pecorino cheese is actually a sheep's cheese. It's very high in alpha-lipoic acid. That helps lower cholesterol, and it's actually heart healthy, so that's why I always choose a pecorino. Any type of sheep's cheese or goat's cheese is always going to be healthier for you than a cow's milk cheese, and that's why I chose that. So,
excellent.
Sir, if you want to fold that in nice and fine,
I would be honored.
I'm going to set up.
Because you're boiling away over here, not just because of my poor sense of humor.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. I'm going to make about a half a dozen raviolis today. So I'm going to use the wonton wrappers, and like I said, they're very low cal, to 3.5 grams of carbohydrates per. I'm just going to lay out 6 of them.
Right. Where can I find these? Can I pick these up anywhere?
You can fit right in that refrigerated section, right next to the vegetables, as soon as you walk in the supermarket.
Well, I folded that cheese in for you.
All right, great. So we're going to do a small, maybe like a teaspoon size in the center of each ravioli.
And one ravioli feeds 14 adults, correct?
Yes, and that's how I keep everybody's calories down. And now we're just going to flip these over.
Yeah. I see you've done this once or twice. You haven't done the fatal flaw, which many people do with ravioli, is overstuff them so it all squishes out the side.
Yeah, exactly. What I like to do with these, since they're so delicate, I actually like to spin the water a little bit so they don't stick to the bottom and kind of...
You like jacuzzi in them?
Let them, yep. Give them a nice little
jacuzzi.
Yep.
Look at those raviolis. You said only about a minute or so on these?
Yeah, you'll see them get nice and clear, and you'll see the edges come up real nice.
And do we put them in the deep fryer after that?
No deep frying here. No deep frying here. So we're going to get rid of this. Let's just take this out of here. Thank you, sir.
Oh, these are looking good.
And we need a plate. I want to take these soft shell crabs out of here.
How long have they been cooking about?
About 20 minutes.
Okay.
About 20 minutes. It's really all you need. If your sauce is already pre-made, it's fine. 20 minutes will do it.
It's a beautiful thing that you're showing everyone, because now they can make a dish like this at home as opposed to ordering a pizza when they're hungry.
Exactly.
And
You make it a whole family
this in
affair.
advance, these raviolis?
You can make it a whole family affair. Of course you can. Yeah, just freeze them.
Okay. Well, don't act like I'm stupid. I'm trying to answer the
Plate
question.
these up here. You reach them? There you
Don't
go.
act like you're stupid. I won't. I won't act like you're stupid.
I am.
That's not acting.
So we're gonna put it on this plate. And I'm gonna plate it up real nice and give it a nice presentation. That long one. Is that all?
Well, yeah, you have another plate for that, right?
Yeah. Let's spread them apart a little bit.
That one wasn't cooperating.
Oh, they look delicious.
Oh, yeah. We'll be able to eat those without a fight.
Absolutely.
Now, do you have people eat the shell when they eat those?
With soft shells?
Because I mean, traditionally in the fried one, we always eat the shell. So I'm guessing
most definitely.
in your Sunday gravy.
Most definitely. Like I said, traditionally, they're done with blue point crabs, hard shell, and this just takes away the work and makes the meal a little bit more elegant. Just a little nice dollops over here.
A dollop. Oh, look at that. That's got some flavor there.
Yeah.
Smells great as well.
Oh,
No, don't go there, Frank.
oh, damn it.
So we're going to one of these guys right here. What we're going to do here.
Alice? Are you? I'm not talking anymore.
That would be a first.
Yeah.
All right, and here we are.
All right.
Oh, we have to save that to the table. It's worth the wait.
It's worth the wait.
Let's hope so.
All right. It's looking wonderful. So what do we have here? What would you call this dish?
All right, it's just a spin on a traditional crabs and spaghetti. A little bit of broccoli rabe and white bean stuffed ravioli, microwave bruschetta, and that's it.
Good looking stuff.
You know what we need to
Three
go with
dishes
this
in one.
though?
Dessert?
Dessert.
That's it. Absolutely. We need dessert.
We don't have much time. Can
No,
you
we're
whip
gonna
us
keep that
something
light
up
too.
fast?
Real quick.
And healthy?
Yep. Real
All right. Coming up next, dessert. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Now it is time for dessert.
Ooh.
Yeah. And everybody always wants something a little sweet in the end.
You're
so
gonna make something sweet?
We're going to make something a little
Besides
sweet
me?
here. We're going to use all natural. We're going to use all natural products. We're not going to use any refined sugar or anything like that. We're going to start with some hard skim. It's about a half a cup, and a half a cup is about 8 grams of fat. 5 grams of saturated fat. This dessert is going to be for 2. You cut those calories in half, you're under what your daily intake should be for fat grams per serving. So what we're going to do first is just drizzle a little bit of honey into the fresh ricotta just to sweeten it up a little bit.
Are those from your own bees?
Yes, I raise bees.
Because you are the bee's knees.
I am a beekeeper. And we're going to...
Are you a beekeeper?
Yes.
Everything else, I wouldn't be surprised. South Philadelphia, born and raised.
We're going to whip this around a little bit.
In the gymnasium where I spent most of my days.
And it's going to come out nice and smooth. It's actually going to thin it out a little bit.
Are you using the aggression with that because of me?
Here you go, sir. Put that all the way over there.
Oh, I was
Got it.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
he should.
We're going to add a couple bit of fresh raspberries, a couple blackberry in here. You're just going to
Right.
fold those in. We're going to add some more as a garnish on the side, so as long as you know they're in there, that's fine. 2 more and 2 more. Blackberries, raspberries, believe it or not, are fruits that are okay to use for diabetics. They virtually have no impact on blood sugar, as well as pomegranate.
Ah.
So what we're going to do here now.
Who knew? I didn't.
How about, didn't you also tell me whole apples are not too bad?
Well, not as bad. They're lower impact on the blood sugar, but they actually have virtually almost no impact on blood
Wow.
sugar whatsoever.
So I should be stocking up on that.
Yep. So what we could do next, what I did in a pot, 2 separate pots, blackberries, raspberries, about 5 or 6 a piece. I added about a half a teaspoon of honey in there just to cook it down, some lemon zest, and a pinch of salt just to really bring out the flavor. And we're just going to plate this.
Is there any benefit
On the bottom.
or is it an opposition of having the seeds in there? Do they provide any nutritional value?
No, there's no difference. There's no difference.
So you should have strained the seeds?
No, I wanted it to have a little bit of texture to it, and I told her that. Okay, so
In case our baking instructors are watching. So
we're just going to put a dollop of this.
I like the little texture from the seeds myself. Well, some people are allergic.
It's good,
right?
Bill.
A little dollop in
And
the
if it's
center.
date night, just remember when you go to the restroom, check your teeth.
Exactly. That's
Absolutely.
the first time I actually made this. Was
I wish I could.
it was actually a date night, and the chick actually named it. And I'll tell you what the name is.
Chick? Is that in South Philadelphia?
Actually.
Hey, you know the chick, hey,
We're going to get the raspberry sauce.
A cheesesteak with no bread, you know what I'm
We're
saying?
going to get the raspberry sauce, do a little smear over here.
It's amazing how Chef Frank can stretch out a 3-minute segment to 15.
Yeah, I know, right? A little edible flour.
That's talent.
And I'm just going to make a few slices and a half.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Kind of twist that to the side. Going to plate that there.
Looking pretty.
Chocolate. Nothing better than chocolate and cheese. Every woman loves chocolate and cheese. So
You know what's just as good?
what we're using
Chocolate.
What we're using here are semi-sweet morsels. We're using real minis. A regular size chocolate chip, semi-sweet, is going to be 10 grams of sugar for about 39 chips, is what it reads on a box. So we're going to use about a teaspoon here. So you're barely getting
All right, but we'll still get that chocolate
any
flavor.
sugar. Exactly. You're barely getting any sugar, but you're going to get that chocolate flavor in there.
Is this South Philly healthy ice cream?
This is South Philly healthy ice cream. That's it.
So it is?
We're going to go over the top with a little bit of lemon zest right over the regatta.
Is that lemon or orange?
Zestfully good.
That's right. Well, you know what? You're colorblind. This is really an orange, but it looks lemon to me. So you kind of threw me off. Just a little bit on top for some flavor.
That's nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That zest. I
Yeah.
really like
Yeah.
that.
I'm going to throw a little bit of blackberries in
Are you
here.
patronizing me? Yes.
Right inside this.
Oh, look at that.
Inside the raspberry sauce. And what I like to do with
Here's where you lose
fruit.
me.
What I like to do with fruit, I'm going to do a little chiffonade, some fresh basil. I like to go a little bit opposite what people traditionally do. They use mint with desserts. I like to go with the basil.
Nice.
And you just like that for the flavor of it?
Yeah, I do. I like the contrast of it.
Are there health benefits to basil as opposed to other herbs?
Basil, every herb that you're going to get is going to have some kind of health benefit to it. Basil actually help in the process of digestion.
Oh, very good.
All right, so it's great at the end of a meal. And finally, on top, and this is, like I said, a really quick dessert, you're just going to sieve a little bit of fresh cocoa powder.
There you go.
Holy cow. That's like a baker there, slapping
yeah,
all that
almost.
cocoa.
And then we are done. And cocoa, the benefits, they're a major antioxidant.
Right.
It's going to help with fat and help all your nutrients process a little bit better. So here's your dessert, guys. Dig in.
All right.
Give it a shot. Let me
When
know
was
how
it the one time in the episode he looked over to me is when he said the word fat?
Did I do that on purpose?
You
Whole
know?
episode, he's looking over this one.
I do that on
And he's
purpose?
like- he turns around and
Let's
fat.
dig in.
They call it a Freudian slip.
Let's dig in.
We're going to sample these in just a moment. Stick around for more Dish It Out. All right, so here we are, Frank. We made it to your favorite part of the show.
Time to eat!
Time to eat. So, Chef, what are we about to have here?
And here we go. All right, we're going to start out with the appetizer that I made first, and it's stuffed with broccoli rabe, white beans, spicy turkey sausage. Underneath that is a spicy crab pomodoro, topped with a soft shell crab, micro dice bruschetta with a red wine vinegar Dijon dressing. Then we're going to jump right over here to dessert. Every woman's favorite dish. It's chocolate and cheese. I don't know a woman that does not like chocolate and cheese, and actually a date of mine named at one point, she called it actually the panty dropper. So that name stuck, and this recipe, that one right there, could be found on my recipe app that'll be out in about 2 weeks or so. And the recipe app itself is actually called The Big Sexy.
Well, the
So
big
dig in.
sexy.
Okay.
Frank, please
So-
refrain from dropping your panties once you take a bite of
Make
that.
sure, you know what? If I drop my panties, it'll be like a giant parachute. But nonetheless, Chef Mike Scipione, he's been on several television shows. I'm very pleased to call him my friend, and so glad that you're able to join us today. Check him out. He has his website. What's your website, Chef?
My website is actually Sano by Michael Scipione, and Sano means healthy in Italian.
Healthy in Italian. Healthy in Italian. I don't know. I don't care.
It's a
I'm eating.
.com. I'm sorry. Sano by Michael Scipione.
There's no holding them back now.
I'm
Go for it.
You can dress them up,
Just
but,
go for
you
it.
know,
Oh my God.
I'm going right for the dessert. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Dish It Out.
Taste the ravioli.
Thank you, Chef. We'll see you next time.
Wow, we're picking it right up there too.